Okay, thank you, everybody. It's my great honor to present my view on this wonderful seminar. My topic is the South Korea's trust politics and unification policy. Let me first explain the main concept and major features of the trust building process. There are two key concepts of the trust building process. The first concept is the trust. The trust has several meanings. First one, trust is basically mutual, and also trust can be built through the conditioning and facilitating factors. The third, trust is built. How does it work? PPT doesn't work. Okay. And also trust is built by a progressive process. And lastly, trust building process needs the domestic support and international cooperation. And the second concept is the alignment. This alignment can be divided into three categories in related to the unification policy. The first is the alignment between security and mutual exchanges. Secondly is the alignment between the domestic and international level. Lastly, it means also alignment between negotiation and pressures. This concept of trust building process has several characteristics. First of all, it tends to provide evolutionary North Korean policies after carefully considering the achievement and problems of those past governments. Second, it attempts to break out of the decades-long vicious cycle of provocation and compromise by North Korea. And third, it also tries to take practical measures to prepare for unification in parallel with the management of the division of Korea. And also, this process be a progressive and accumulative process. And also, it tries to connect the North Korean nuclear issue and inter-Korean relations in a more flexible way. And lastly, it is pursued to build a multi-dimensional cooperative network. And lastly, it seeks to utilize multi-complex networks with various actors. In the next part, I'd like to explain the vision and preparation for unification of the Korean Peninsula. Unified Korea has several visions. First, a unified Korea aims to be a denuclearized and peaceful country and will play a key role to promote peace in Northeast Asia. Secondly, especially in Northeast Asia, in unified Korea will not only increase economic cooperations, that is trade, investment, and etc., but also facilitate infrastructure business projects, including energy and railroad project, and etc. And also, unified Korea will promote cultural exchanges in Northeast Asia. And then, what are the meanings and major tasks of unification preparations? The present Park Geun-hye government has emphasized the importance of establishing peaceful unification on the Korean Peninsula and regarded it as one of the four major government affairs. And President Park announced the Dresden Declaration on March 28th in Germany. And also she proposed on small unifications at the 69th Liberation Day this year. In a nutshell, the preparation for unification has the following several characteristics. First, it is a comprehensive national strategy. And the second, policies on the unification preparations and international community should be equally balanced and simultaneously undertaken. And it puts emphasis on genuine integration of the lives of the both peoples, along with the recovery of homogeneity of the two Koreas. And also it pursues a big-scale unification, leading to a comprehensive integration of the South and North Korea through the process of the small-scale unifications in several key areas. And lastly, the ultimate goal of the unification should be aimed at happiness of all the Korean peoples. In order to promote this kind of international environment useful for unification, we need to explain the Northeast Asia Peace and Cooperation Initiative. There is a Northeast Asia paradox in which political and security conflict in the region have been very consistent in spite of the growing socio-economic interdependence. The realistic measure to resolve Northeast Asia paradox is seeking for cooperation on the basis of non-political, non-military, and non-traditional issues. The soft issues to attract attention from other involved countries are in the fields of climate change, environment, energy, disaster relief, cyber terror, and so on. And lastly, I'd like to explain the international cooperation for Korean unification. In order to receive the international support on Korean unifications, multi-layered international cooperative network should be constructed. First of all, the strategic dialogue among major countries such as US, China, Japan, and Russia should be held on unification issues. And then it is also necessary to build a unification support network targeting the middle powers, for example, by making use of the MICTA, including the Malaysia, Indonesia, Korea, Turkey, and Australia. And moreover, not only the public diplomacy for international civil society should be expanded, but also intergovernmental diplomatic channels should be fully utilized. Especially, I'd like to focus on the importance of the public diplomacy, forming a complex network. And what are the contents of the unification diplomacy from Korean perspective? It should be emphasized that the unification of the Korean Peninsula would not only bring peace and development to the region, but also promote economic cooperation in Northeast Asia and contribute to world peace. It should be also explained that Korean unification will be able to solve the fundamental and biggest problem of North Korean nuclear issue and to release military tensions on the Korean Peninsula. In addition, Korean government should convince neighboring states and international community that Korean unification will lead Northeast Asia into a new epoch of economic cooperation and peaceful cooperation. Thank you.